Well, on TikTok, I don't like on Clubhouse. If you got banned for that, that would be kind of stupid. But TikTok is more, family friendly. It's not really for all the drama and hate y'all be spewing anyway. So
yeah, you got to define what you mean by hate, bro. You mean like telling the truth about something? Is hating something?
No, I mean you clearly hate Muslims and hate it or hate Islam.
No, I don't. We love Muslims. We hate Islam.
Okay. So then if you hate Islam and you're talking about Islam, aren't you pushing hate?
No, because you said that the Zabur was given to David, right? Isn't that what your scripture say? Baghdad? Do your scriptures say that Allah gave the Zabur to David?
That has nothing to do with what we're talking
about. No. Because I'm going to show you. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you in chapter 13 of the prophet Samuel, David was said by God to be a man after his own heart, right? But then David said in Psalm 119, verse 121, he says to Yahweh, I carefully follow all your precepts and I hate every false way. Any way that's not the way of Yahweh, I hate it. We don't hate Muslims. We hate Islam. Islam is a false way.
You hate
and like David, a man.
Islam.
But like David, a man after God's own heart, we hate Islam as a way.
The first word in the topic on here is Islam. You say you hate Islam. So how could you not be pushing hate?
I'm not. I'm telling the truth. Islam is satanic. That's according to Jesus. That's according to Jesus. That's according to Jesus himself. I gave you the scriptural record.
I'm not saying hate is bad. The Quran says Muslims are supposed to hate and love for the sake of Allah, right? So hate is something we're supposed to have hatred for certain things and certain ideals and certain practices and behaviors, etc., etc. That's not the point. The point is, when you make rooms about things that you say you hate, that is by definition
the word hate is not in my title.
No, but Islam. You said you hate Islam, right?
Your title is okay, but remember, what religion do you practice, Baghdadi?
Is the title saying Islam is satanic?
And what is Islam? What is Islam? Hang on. Is Islam a person or is it a religious
ideology, whatever you want to call it?
Okay, so that's what I hate. Just like David.
Exactly. And you're talking about
just like David. And David says, he says of Yahweh, I carefully follow all your precepts and I hate every false way.
You don't have a right to hate anything. I'm not saying you have to love everything. I'm not saying that. I'm not Christian. I'm not promoting love everybody. I'm not doing that. Right? I'm just pointing out that you are spreading hate.
I'm not. I'm spreading truth. I'm spreading truth.
You're talking about things that you hate.
I'm spreading truth. I'm teaching what Jesus taught. I got the scriptural references right there.
You are spreading hate.
No, I'm not.
You saying I hate this.
I'm spreading the truth.
Hate. It's spreading hate.
I'm spreading the truth.
Whether you like it or not, it's spreading hate.
All right, so let's look at the prophet Amos. He says in chapter 5, verse 14 and 15, he says, pursue good and not evil, so that you may live, and Yahweh, the God of armies, will be with you as you have claimed. Hate evil and love good. So you can hate evil. That's what Islam is.
I'm not against hate.
That's what Islam is. It is a false way. It is an evil way. It is leading. It's a fact.
That's your opinion. I'm not against hating hateful things or hating things that should be hated. There are things that should be hated, things that should be loved, and things
like Islam. Islam should be hated.
That's your opinion. That's your wrong opinion.
It's an antichrist religion. It is satanic. It denies the death by crucifixion and resurrection of the Messiah. That's satanic. That's of Satan.